But yeah, I really do. I mean, if that's the way you want to go, if you want to, I'll pitch in. You can pull the trigger.
I told on the antelope, the Wyoming antelope video thing we did. I told the guy, that's like the number one reason I hunt, is for the meat.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, yes, there's a little bit associated that with me, but I just go blank. I just want to shoot stuff.
I just see red.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Well, I guess it's the hunt. It's the trying to outsmart and outthink, you know, because in the end you're going into their home.
That's part of the fun.
Yeah.
Welcome in, everybody. So I guess we are live. Let's see here. Facebook says we're live. Woo! Good job, Mark Zuckerberg. Mute your computer.
I muted it.
No one heard it.
It's
fine.
Luke, how's it going, man? I'm glad you joined in. Thank you for commenting. First, we're going to go ahead and give Luke, was he the first one to comment? Oh, Rob Lomax. He was the first there. But we got start commenting because we're going to do giveaways during the live.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to allow you to get your hashtag GunVote hat or shirt today. So we're going to be sending out some prizes. So if you win one of these, and I'll remind you guys throughout the thing, email me at kj@guntalk and send me your address so I can get your prizes out to you.
He'll bird dog you. He'll track you down.
I will.
All right, so welcome in. Gun Talk Live. Today's Gun Talk Live is brought to you by HIVIZ Shooting Systems, see what you've been missing, and by Springfield Armory, also by Ruger. With millions of people becoming new gun owners this year, Ruger has created a new firearm owner resource page. Cool. Offering information on operating, storing, and training with your new firearm safely and responsibly. Find video series, product instruction manuals, safety equipment suggestions, and products. Find out more at ruger.com/safety/new firearm owner resources. So, if you know somebody who bought a gun recently, there's a lot of new gun owners out there. 6.2 is the latest number I heard. You can send them here. Also by Sig Sauer, the newest addition to the P320 line is the AXG Scorpion.
Ooh, brand new hotness.
Hot. The first metal-framed P320. Designed by the Sig Custom Works team, the AXG Scorpion utilizes Sig's new Alloy X-Series grip module. We'll explain more. Scorpion G10 Hogue grips, the Legion skeletonized flat blade trigger, removable optics plate, and comes with 3 mags. Find out more at sigsauer.com. It shoots soft.
Well, see, that's the problem.
Max calls it.
I was going.
It's hard to explain.
I was gonna say, so we got the Sig Sauer AXG in. Actually, they sent it to Max, and Ryan went out to the range without me, and they got to shoot it. So the word is from them, not me, that it's one of the best shooting guns we've shot all year.
Is nice.
Yeah.
We put out a video.
Bitter party of one?
Yes. Yes.
Bitter. Yeah, it's nice though. It's you can see it in the video when Max. I mean, obviously Max is a world champion, but I mean, the gun doesn't move in his hand.
Yeah.
It's something about the recoil impulse and it all being an aluminum frame that really makes it work cool.
It's pretty cool. It seems like everybody's doing something cool nowadays. Like we've got one we're going to show you here in a little bit that's just as cool. And I mean, I don't know where we're going with this, but companies, if you're out there and you're watching, keep going. Keep innovating because guys are buying guns, as we all know. So
there's a lot going on right now. You may have heard that there's a presidential election. So I'm going to mention it again. GunVote. GunVote.org, I believe, is the deal.
Yes.
And so check out GunVote or send people there if you know people who own guns at all, and they're like, I don't like this or that. Maybe educate yourself about, if you're a gun owner, here's where all the candidates stand, and it gives you a lot of information. And if you're not registered to vote, you may be almost out of time.
Very close. So, with that in mind, pick someone from your list, and we'll give them a shirt. We'll go with shirt on Facebook. So, if you're watching on Facebook, The announcement is coming right.
So I'm on my list on
Yeah,
Facebook.
on your list.
All right, let's see. These are all
He got it eventually.
Stephen Dilworth. Stephen
Oh,
Dilworth.
Stephen Dilworth.
He said, glad that Ruger bought Marlin. Yes. I think that is a no-brainer. I think that's a good fit. Absolutely. And Sierra bought Barnes. That seems to be a good fit as well. So we'll see what happens. All the breakup of the Remington companies and what happens there. Should be pretty cool.
Harvey, 1981, you get a hat. So he says the ATF needs to be dealt with harshly, or we are in trouble.
All right, we got to jump into that bag of worms.
We do.
That's not a phrase. That's not a thing people say.
Let's a bag of worms.
We're gonna jump into that
carries
bag of
around
worms.
a can of worms? I mean, I've heard can of.
Open up that can of corn.
But hey, if you guys, seriously, if you win one of these, we are giving them away today during the live. So if you're watching this after, I'm sorry, but if you comment and you can still win, you are entered to win some Howard Leights, the Impact Sport. These are the American flag version, the One Nation version, and also we're also going to be giving away a HIVIZ gift certificate for one free HIVIZ site of your choosing. So that's what we're in for today, and we are also giving away, we're announcing our winners from a couple weeks ago. We had some, we were in
Been traveling.
travel and all that good stuff, but our first one, Dungeon Designs. He says, out here in Houston area, we're having a surge of nighttime assaults in home driveways. Beautiful, because now you're going to be able to see everything because you're going to get an Olight package. Congratulations, Dungeons.
It's a bad guy. No, it's my neighbor looking for his lost dog. Oops,
Yeah.
sorry.
Or
Sorry,
it's
Bob.
just a raccoon out by the trash can. And then our Olight 2 package goes out to Amy McSherry Socks.
Wow,
And she says, hey guys, that's all she put to win.
Hey,
so
That's all it takes.
that's all it takes.
Hey, guys.
Every comment is a chance to enter. So I don't lump them together. I don't do anything like that. But anyway, if you guys win a hashtag GunVote or a GunVote article of clothing today, email me, kj@guntalk.com. Stephen Dilworth. And
He's on a roll. He won Caldwell Ear Pro. Now he's won this. Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Rice says, nice hat, amateur. We'll get into that as well. We'll get into that. Oh, baby.
You know what's bad? It took me a second to realize what hat I was wearing.
Wait.
Oh my
You know how you go
gosh.
somewhere and they say you got the T-shirt?
Yeah,
He got
I
the
got
hat.
I got the hat.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of this hat. I'm extremely proud of this hat. It's my Gap Grind hat, which we'll get into later. Thanks, Matt. Jeez, that guy.
Thanks, Pro.
Yeah.
So ATF, we ought to just, somebody commented
Let's
about
hit
ATF stuff. ATF is in the news. They're doing their thing again where they go, oh, let's see, this week I think this thing's not good anymore. Never mind.
Poor Q.
So
and SB
Q,
Tactical.
which is Kevin Brittingham, he used to own Advanced Armament Corporation, used to be with Sig, and he has his own company Q, which makes really cool stuff. He's been in a little bit of a battle with ATF over a couple of their products, and specifically the SB Tactical brace. And all of a sudden, this brace that's on, I don't know, like millions of guns, on his guns, they're not okay. And now he has to cease and desist. So
Yeah.
we're going to have someone from SB Tactical on Gun Talk Radio this Sunday with Tom. It's going to be cool. You're going to get the full story. But if you haven't tuned into this yet, the ATF is up to shenanigans.
It just drives me nuts. And there's some great comments out here. No agency should be in charge of drugs and any form of weapons. That comes from Crimson Rose, 1969.
Okay.
That's. I mean, there's got to be some parameters, but they've got to be consistent and they've got to hold true. And I think it's
Just to give you an idea, I think the stat that I heard from Kevin was, we had the bump stock thing, and the estimation was there were somewhere between 15,000 and 50,000 bump stocks out there. And what is potentially could happen here is the same thing with braces. We're hoping not, but there are somewhere in the neighborhood of 4 million braces in existence.
Yeah.
So we're going to just all of a sudden make 4 million people lawbreakers.
Yeah.
So
I don't think. I don't know. I don't think it could happen. Oh, Wes 213 asked, "What do you think the chances are of 80% guns getting banned?" Boy, that seems likely.
well, we'll find out
I
after
get-
about November 3rd, right? I'll give you a percentage then.
A status update.
Yeah, status update on that one.
And I think
Go vote.
I think GunVote. I mean, I think that's where it all lies, and we're going to start seeing a bunch of dominoes fall come November 3rd.
So GunVote, let me just harp on this. If you're watching this, you're probably a gun nut like most of us. Go to GunVote and then share it on your social media. It's a great way to get it shared around. There's probably a lot of people who you know who own guns, but they're probably not as into it as you are.
Yeah.
Like you're the gunny person of your group of friends probably. And you can go, look guys, I know you've got your duck hunting shotgun and that's about it, but this matters and here's why, and check out this website. It'll be helpful.
And boy, man, that's a good point you bring up because it all starts at the polls. I mean, if you want to see stuff change, you've got to get out to those polls, and then the next step above that is going to these committee meetings and going to the state legislature to actually have them see you there. And that's one of my goals this year is to try to get more involved in this and just to try to be there and show up rather than sit on the sidelines and go, is now a good time? How about now?
Right.
It's now. Now's a great time.
So are we going to talk about long-range shooting or antelope hunting? Which one are we going to talk about first?
Well, let's take it in order of appearance. So Ryan and I went to Wyoming
Yeah, we
on your first
First antelope hunt.
full do-it-yourself antelope.
Yeah, yeah.
Give us your thoughts.
It was fun. I mean, Wyoming, if you don't know, Wyoming is kind of the land of antelope. So we saw a lot of antelope. You got to look at a lot of critters, which is fun.
Yeah.
And you've got a good opportunity. In our particular area, I don't know how it compares to the rest of the state, but I mean, we had, I think, 10 hunters.
12. Well,
12?
10 hunters,
10 hunters got
12 tags.
and they filled all 12 tags.
All 12 tags.
Which is
in-
awesome.
In 2 days.
Yeah.
And then I get back and I get more pictures from the same unit we're in from guys down here
Oh, really?
locally. I guess word kind of got out what unit I was in, and they were like, "Hey, go to this unit,"
Yeah.
and they all got them. So it's a target-rich environment.
Yeah. So it was good. Four-legged jerky walker, delicious antelope from.
Oh, that's
Craig
a good
Webb.
one.
Yeah, and people say people say antelope's no good to eat. When I got back, I had breakfast sausage one day. I had, what did I make with it? Oh, I made like a stir fry thing. It was delicious.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That sounds good.
it was good.
It is a beautiful state, Luke, and it's some places kind of very special to me because I've been going so many years. But next year I'm thinking maybe mule deer, do it yourself out there somewhere, because we saw quite a few mule deer.
Yeah,
I mean, we'll see.
we
We'll see how
saw
it goes.
we saw a big old elk at the meat processor. It kind of makes me want to go shoot one
yeah.
of them's.
Oh my gosh.
Him's is big.
And tasty.
HIVIZ, a certificate, great prize. I won in August. Mike Fish. Yeah.
See, he won.
They make
He
good
got
stuff.
his.
Yeah.
Great stuff. But so, what gun were we using that we couldn't talk about in Wyoming that we can all of a sudden talk about now?
Yeah, let's talk about it. It's a bolt gun. It's from Springfield Armory, which they haven't made a bolt gun in a long, long time.
Here she is.
It's the Model 2020, and this is the Waypoint edition. So it is pretty lightweight, like 6.9 pounds.
Yep.
Carbon fiber wrap barrel, carbon fiber stock.
AICS mags.
Yeah, Trigger Tech trigger, and we shot it. We liked it. Animals died. It worked well.
Well, that's not, you want to make an ethical shot, but you had a follow-up shot, and what I noticed about it, and you guys can see this, it's quick.
Oh yeah.
It's
a fluted bolt.
Yep.
So which gives you less surface area on the bolt, so less to catch on and grip. So it makes it quicker as well as the machining is helpful too, but fluting that. The barrel is actually fluted, and I believe even the carbon fiber wrapped is fluted.
Yes.
Less weight and helps cool faster.
But, you know, you've got your Cerakote finish here. You know, oversized trigger guard, which is great. AICS mags. The stock, which we ran, and if you guys don't know, the Vickers sling. We ran a Vickers sling on this thing with QD attachments because there are 5 spots where QD is accepted on the stock. So 3 on the buttstock and 2 out here. But it also has M-LOK under the
Yeah, if you want to run a
forend.
bipod or something like that. But we really liked the gun. It shot great. It was easy to carry around because with antelope we're spot and stalking, doing a lot of walking, and that's nice to have.
Okay, so John brings up a great point. And this is one of the questions we have. And I've got an answer for you. He says, loopholed on it, I can already tell it's out of my price range.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing with this gun.
So I think you would be, to me, you're the person to put this into perspective.
Yes.
Because you have to go back 4 or 5 years.
I'm going to go ahead and put it up. It bolt's open.
So put it in perspective when we talk about cost on
Okay.
a premium bolt gun.
A gun like this,
So you decided to
worth
build
it.
your own gun.
and this was before these production rifles started coming out like this. And I built a gun that is almost exactly like this. I've talked about it several times. The action is a surgeon action, and it cost me $1,100.
The action.
The action.
Right.
That's not bottom metal. That's not the stock. Because I wanted a lightweight custom hunting rifle.
Yeah.
I went with a Macmillan A3 Sporter stock. I forget the bottom metal, but I went with a proof research barrel. The whole package ended up costing me somewhere.
Don't, your wife might be watching it.
I'm actually looking at that right now. Are you?
It was.
Yeah, I don't.
It was more expensive than this gun.
By a lot.
Don't say
And
it.
I don't want to say a price range because it was more expensive and more than I'd like to honestly really admit, because you know these guns are coming out right now exactly like that gun I built. It's lighter weight, and it's just as accurate.
So the Springfield, they have 4 different models, and the price ranges from, tell me if I'm correct, this $1,800 to $2,400, somewhere in that ballpark. So not the cheapest bolt gun around, not the most expensive one. Craig Webb says, my savings account just shuttered. It knows. It
All right,
knows.
they said do not put the gun away. They want to see. They want to.
All right, it is pretty.
They said don't put the eye
nice.
candy away.
I'll move some of this out of the way
Yeah,
here.
but the initial cost, I kid you not, is worth it. This is a gun that you will have for years and years and years. And
Yeah,
years.
I mean that's the interesting thing about guns, and it makes it easy to buy quality, is because if you take care of a gun, it will outlast you.
Yes.
It will last for generations. And that is just fact. You take care of it, it's going to last. There may be a pin or a spring or something that you have to get repaired after decades.
You're
but,
not going
I
to
mean,
shoot the barrel out. You're
What
not-
other consumer product will last that long? And so you go, okay, it's more money than the other thing, but buy what you want. Buy what's
Right.
quality.
So, I do have I probably think I'm way funnier than I really am, but we were talking about this gun, and Springfield is now to the point where they're probably going to send us a letter with some lawyers' initials on it to give it back. And
We're not.
and I
We're
jokingly
not ghosting you, Springfield.
No,
it's
we're
just
not,
we
not
had
at
a
all.
what had happened. We had a server issue.
Yeah.
And then my email, it lost all the emails.
And
So
okay.
I don't know anything about it.
No,
Sending
I
this
don't
back.
either. But a gun like this, you know, when companies produce a gun that, and this is, you know, like this is almost like pre-production model right here. When a company produces a gun like this, we saw it with the Thompson Center Warlord. It really never even hit the market.
Yeah.
When you see companies produce guns that are quality. I mean, they're just great rifles, and you know, like that's going to be one to last a lifetime. Colt Python, same thing.
Right.
Like, you buy it because if they stop making this, you are going to wish that you could find one, and you're not going to find one.
Rob says 0.75 MOA. Yes, it's guaranteed 0.75 MOA gun. We shot it, sighting it in. It was very accurate.
Yeah, it's great.
It did hold up to that. So
it holds. It's very nice. And I want to say thank you to Springfield Armory for trusting us with this to take it on. And actually, our Ryan Gresham, shot the first animal with the Springfield Armory Waypoint
in the world. First animal to die with this gun.
And
was
that's
by
cool,
this
honestly, really what you should do is you should purchase this one because that's a distinction only reserved for this rifle.
That is true.
It does have a trigger in it. I don't know if you mentioned that. It's adjustable, great trigger.
So talking about guns, accurate guns, rifles, you just got back from Gap Grind. He got the hat.
I got the hat.
He doesn't have a trophy, but he has the hat.
I'm
first PRS match.
First PRS match.
Tell us about
ever.
the Gap Grind. It's an enormous event.
408 competitors. So it's the largest PRS match, and it's put on by K&M and GA Precision. Those guys did an outstanding job. I don't know many facilities that could facilitate and organize an event of this magnitude. Very well organized. There was a ton of sponsors there. I was shooting with Matt Rice of Bushnell, and I loved it. Like, I am absolutely, like, I'm already, like, spending money in my head, I'm sorry, Julie, about how I can upgrade equipment to compete as an amateur next year.
So it's a pro-am format. So what does that mean? I mean, I think it's cool because it seems like it's a way for those of us who maybe don't shoot PRS to be able to attend and have fun with
This
it.
is the one that you want to enter in, and I know it's big, I know it's large, and they are pretty much capping it right about 400 shooters.
They can't do much more than that.
So you're paired up with a pro. I believe that's something that you can request, like, hey, this is who I want my pro to be, or you can be randomly assigned one. But you get there, Friday is practice day, they've got some side stages, companies are there displaying products. Bushnell was there, you know, they had a handgun stage like that you won prizes on. There's all kinds of prizes that you get. But your pro can help you through the entire match. Any pro can help you through the entire match. And I had multiple people on my team,
all
on my
trying
squad,
to make you do your thing.
trying to make me better. And
so what are some of the takeaways from this? I mean, do you have a few that you thought, man, lesson learned, or whether it's an optics thing or a shooting thing?
Prepare early. I think it all goes into your practice, and not, you know, I had the gun dialed in. I was shooting a Ruger RPR, which I later transitioned into a more custom rifle during mid-match because I got a chance to shoot a new proprietary optic from Bushnell, which that was one of the cool things.
Fun.
Shooting with a Bushnell guy,
Like,
they were like,
look at this.
that's exactly what happened. And I was like, ooh,
That's great.
that's pretty cool. Okay, I'll shoot this. I'm an amateur. This is my first one, but I will do it again. And I encourage, if you have any interest in shooting long-range precision matches, man, let it be the Gap Grind because they do it right. You have literally 204 pros there, all dedicated to help you. You know, they can make win calls for you, but your amateur cannot help the pros.
They have to really just shoot the match.
Yeah, they just really shoot the match,
So-
and your targets, you know, you have not necessarily really bigger targets, but you have a slightly easier course of fire. But you're still moving, you're still doing barricades. I would say practice barricades. There's a lot of stuff there. There's a big difference in shooting bags that I was not aware of. Like,
so that's
shooting,
a takeaway.
That's a big takeaway. Your dope has to be exactly on.
So I wanted to talk about dope. So you kind of said, hey, I would prepare more. And when we talk about dope, that is data that you gather by shooting your gun. Dope doesn't mean here's the chart of drops.
Right.
Right? You actually have to acquire dope. You have to You know,
Yeah.
get the data, get in your notebook, and then the more you do it, the more you realize this is what the gun is going to
Yeah.
do. And I mean, the thing is, then it's predictable.
Right.
You know, we worry about like long range. Range is not the problem. Range is consistent. Bullet drop is consistent.
Yeah.
It's going to do that every time, for the most part.
Right.
It's the wind
And-
part and wind
Yeah.
calls.
See, I didn't think, well, we didn't have a lot of wind, so that was a big benefit to us. But, man, it's just, you pick up little things from pros. Like, if you open your mind and just go in, hey, I'm an amateur, I'm not out to win this thing, which I did not. But wind actually isn't as big a deal as I thought it would be. At further distances.
Well,
that was
and
interesting.
the big difference is, like you said, the pros are watching it. They can make wind calls
Yes.
for you and tell you what adjustments you
Yep.
need to make. The real hard part is when
Adjusting on the fly.
yeah, no one's telling you what the wind is,
Yeah.
and you're going.
Yeah. But, you know, one thing that I will caution people about, because we had Wyoming, then we filmed FPD, and so I didn't have a lot of preparation time for this, because I didn't really find out until I was shooting it maybe a month ago, and we've been filming
Yeah, we've been going
back to back to back.
Yeah.
So that, a lot of that falls on my shoulders. But if you have your Kestrel, which, what a Kestrel is, it kind of reads the altitude, wind, the humidity, all the weather stuff, and you can plug in basically your range, and it'll tell you how many clicks to go on your rifle, you know, your optic. Well, part of my problem on the first 3 stages was I didn't prepare my Kestrel correctly, which gave me completely inaccurate information
That's good.
when adjusting. So basically, I blanked the first 3 stages, and I was a nervous wreck. I texted Ryan.
I can tell. He's like,
Oh, I texted Ryan,
he's
and
imploding.
and the wheels were falling off. But so when I got everything dialed in, I settled down, started to pick up some 7s and 8s. I think I cleared 2 stages, which I shot them perfectly, which I was really happy about. I ended on that note on the first day. It's a 2-day competition in Finger, Tennessee. It's a range out in the middle of nowhere.
So, what was the hardest part for you? Was it A, longer distance shots, B, positions, all the different positions they put you in, or C, other?
The shooting positions.
Yeah.
Absolutely the shooting positions, because, you know, we get out to the range and we practice from a bench and we practice from kneeling, but now you have a bag, you've got to move that bag to shooting 1 position, then you got to pick up that bag, move to shooting 2 position, all with the bolt open.
And you've
Bolt has
got
to
to
be
shoot
correct.
through a hole that is just enough off the ground where you can't really kneel, you can't get prone, you can't stand up.
Yeah.
It's some
It's-
odd height.
Yeah, and everybody shoots the same, and you can watch. But one other thing is optic magnification is overplayed. I mean, I think a lot of guys get like, well, I need a 22 magnification on that. I need
Yeah,
a
it's-
4.5 to 22.
I'm shooting out to 800 yards. No.
You don't need to see that, because every time you're magnifying it, I stayed within 12 to 15 the entire time, and that's shooting out to 1,100 yards.
That was the longest
Yeah.
shots you guys were doing?
Yep.
So, there you go. PRS, Precision Rifle Series.
Yes.
Long
Hey.
range shooting.
Wes 213, I'm gonna give you a hat. All right. KJ@guntalk.com. Get me your address. I'm gonna get you a hat. Also, if you won one of these, please remind me what you won.
All right. W. Thad McLaurin III.
Ooh.
Gun Talk uses the Clintons' IT folks, so they're never going to get your email, Springfield Armory.
That is awesome.
We can send him a gun vote.
Yeah, we'll send him a gun vote.
You get a gun vote. Gun vote T-shirt.
Who else do you want to win over there?
Oh, let's go back. Well, you know, we've got, I think Richard wanted one. Richard Kruckemeyer.
Cool.
A lot lighter than my Thompson Center LLR in 6.5 Creed.
Yeah. That one right there.
Richard, you get one.
You get one. So everyone who won, remind me what you won. Shirt, hat.
Email him at KJ@GunTalk.
Yeah. But, oh, my AR-14 doesn't have dope. Luke Capria. That's funny.
AR-14.
But anyway, guys, yeah, if you're going to shoot a long-range match, man, make it, and I think the cost is like $275
To enter.
to enter as an amateur. You get a little goodie bag.
And just think about the effort that it takes to set all that
Oh, my
up
gosh, so much.
and run the match and stuff. And that's kind of like, even if you had all the targets to go, you couldn't. I mean, it's just like insane to set that up.
The one stage that I had incredible difficulty on, and I thought I was going to shoot it a lot better, was bowling pins. So they were bowling pin silhouette targets. The first one was at 378. It was 3.5 inches wide.
Wow, that's
small.
That's small.
And as you go out, it's like 4.5 inches at 420, and then out at 470, it was 4.5 inches, and then at 578, it was at 4.5 inches.
Ooh, that's an under an MOA size target.
Right. So when you start, like, that was one of them that I was really frustrated on because I thought I would have done better because it was prone. It seemed fairly easy. No.
There's no room for error with that.
But if you guys are wondering, I placed 140th out of 204, and that's with blanking those first three stages.
Not last.
Not last, but, you know, I'm proud of where I finished up. I went out and did it, and I didn't expect to win it. I would have liked to have finished higher. I felt like my preparation wasn't as great as it should have been, and that I deserve more than that. I deserve to have a better showing than that, but that's on me. And my team finished 184th.
Out of 200 and
yep,
something teams?
Out of 204 teams. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. It's a learning experience, and I hope, hey, if any of you guys are out there and you are a pro, I'd be happy to team up with you next year because I will shoot that again.
And you start now on getting your data on previous engagements.
Yes.
Get your notebook going there.
Yep.
All right, guys, get out there, do some shooting, take someone shooting, share that gun vote, and try to get the word out because we need every vote counts this year, man.
Collective.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching Gun Talk Live. For more great gun content, subscribe to our YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter pages. You can always watch the Gun Talk channels on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon. And of course, you can always find us at guntalk.com. Thanks for watching.